The House Oversight Committee has released another tranche of files related to Jeffrey Epstein, including entries from his infamous birthday book, compiled for his 50th birthday by Ghislaine Maxwell. Among the documents is a message reportedly from former President Bill Clinton, praising Epstein's childlike curiosity, the drive to make a difference, and the illegible of friends. Epstein and Clinton were known to have a cordial relationship, with Clinton flying on Epstein's plane multiple times. Neither Clinton nor President Donald Trump have been accused of wrongdoing related to Epstein. The book also appears to contain entries allegedly by Trump and Epstein attorney Alan Dershowitz. The White House has denied any involvement, with Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stating Trump did not draw or sign the controversial picture. Epstein's mother, Pauline Stolofsky Epstein, wrote in the book about her son's childhood and young adult life. She recalled reading him bedtime stories, his school years, and even his feature as Bachelor of the Month in Cosmopolitan magazine. The book also includes a photo of Epstein holding a $22,500 check, allegedly signed by Trump, alongside commentary highlighting Epstein's early dealings and people skills. Hundreds of other images in the book include Epstein as a child and teenager, him shirtless, with women, and censored photos of Maxwell. The book also contains suggestive photos of mating animals and women in revealing bikinis. The latest release by the House Oversight Committee sheds new light on Epstein's personal life and social connections, though officials stress that no allegations of wrongdoing have been confirmed against Clinton or Trump. Even earlier, Ghislaine Maxwell, serving a 20-year sentence for aiding Jeffrey Epstein, revealed in newly DOJ transcripts that she never saw President Donald Trump behave inappropriately and did not witness any sexual abuse by Epstein.
In 1990, I had come over to New York to help look at some of that. He was having some advertising issues with the New York Daily News, and in fact, I may have met Donald Trump at that time because my father was friendly with him and liked him very much, and I think it should be said that he also very much liked this notion that he blackmailed men. We don't really have to go there, that he wasn't a businessman and that everything he did was a fraud or a funk or whatever. I don't believe that to be true.
Why?
Sorry?
Why do you, so you say you don't believe it to be true, but show me why you think that.
Okay.
Just from, I know you've been talking about it, that he was very conscientious, he was very good at math, paid a lot of attention to his clients, but yes, you're right, there's allegations of blackmail, or also that there was some level of fraud involved in what he did, and you don't believe it. Why do you say that?
Well, let me rephrase that. If there was fraud, I never saw it. What I saw, or what I felt when I ran that office. I was responsible for the staff. People worked. There were lawyers. There were accountants. I never heard him. I never felt anything, icky.
And you mentioned that in the very beginning of the conversation, you mentioned President Trump in the early 90s.
Yes.
What did you observe as far as President Trump and his relationship with you or Mr. Epstein?
Well, I just want to say for my relationship with President Trump, relationship's a big word, but I just want to say that I met him, or I believe I may have, because of my father in the 90s.
Yep. Okay.
So my father liked him very much, and he really liked his wife as well, because they were both Czechoslovakian. And as far as I'm concerned, President Trump was always very cordial and very kind to me, and I just want to say that I admire his extraordinary achievement in becoming the president now, and I like him, and I've always liked him. So that is the sum and substance of my entire relationship with him.
What about Mr. Epstein's relationship with him?
I don't know how they met, and I don't know how they became friends. I certainly saw them together, and I remember the few times I observed them together that they were friendly.
Was that in social settings, or was that in private settings?
I believe I only ever saw them in social settings. I don't recall any private settings.
Did you ever observe President Trump receive a massage?
Never.
Did you ever observe? You said that I mean, have you seen there's photographs, public photographs of Mr. Epstein and President Trump together?
Yes.
And there's photographs of, I think you're in some of the photographs
Yes.
as well. Those all appear to be social settings.
Yes. That's my memory. There were social settings. I don't know Epstein's, if he had, whatever the nature of the president's friendship, if you will, or however you want to define that with Epstein, I was never witness. I think they were friendly, like people are in social settings. I don't think they were close friends, or I certainly never witnessed the president in any of, I don't recall ever seeing him in his house, for instance. I actually never saw the president in any type of massage setting. I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. The president was never inappropriate with anybody. In the times that I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects.
When's the last time you think you saw in person President Trump?
It's been a long time. Probably not. Sometime in the beginning, mid 2000s maybe, and it would only have been a social setting, as far as I recall.
And did you ever hear Mr. Epstein or anybody say that President Trump had done anything inappropriate with masseuses or with anybody in your world?
Absolutely never. In any context.
There's been a lot of conversations about whether Mr. Epstein maintained like a list of people, like a book of famous people that he knew, it's called a black book or a client list or a list. Did you know of the existence of any such list?
There is no list. We'll start with that. The genesis of that story I can actually trace for you from its absolute inception, if that is what you're interested in.
Well, first, you know, to be sure, there is no list, there's no client list, nothing like that.
No, there's nothing like
That
that.
you know.
That I, obviously. Yeah. So that narrative that was created and then built upon and it just mushroomed into what, basically this is like a Salem witch trial. People gone lost their minds for this thing. I understand that. But the issue is, how do you satisfy a mob who can't understand the lifestyle because it's like P. Diddy in Redux on TV with Clintons and Trump? I mean, it's bananas.